If you're new to Sales Samurai and you just want to know, where do I type in a keyword and how do I read the results, then this video is for you. I'll show you how to run your very first Etsy keyword search step by step. Hi, I'm Ijoma, and this is Learn with Ijoma, where I share step-by-step tech tutorials for beginners who want to create things they can sell. And in this video, we'll do a very simple Etsy keyword search in Sales Samurai and look at basic numbers like search volume and competition. All right, so let's get started. First, you're going to go to members.salesamurai.io and log in. And if you're not yet subscribed to Sales Samurai, I will put a link in the description below where you can sign up. It is an affiliate link. And all that means is I'll get a commission for referring you, but I did get you a 20% off coupon code if you use the word learn, 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 when you subscribe, and you'll get 20% off for as long as you keep your subscription. So anyway, go to members.salesamurai.io and log in, and it's going to bring you to this screen. This is the main dashboard, and so what you're going to do is go from here to search. So just click on search, and that's then going to take you to this screen, which is your search dashboard. This is your search tool, and there are different searches you can do. You can reverse engineer a listing on Etsy that's doing really well, and I'll show you how to do that in a separate video. In this video, I'm just going to show you how to do a basic search. Say you're looking for a product that you want to create and you want to hone in on what to make. So that brings you here. So you're going to be on the basic search tab, and in here is where you're going to type your keywords. So you can type in anything. My advice would be to don't use keywords that are too broad, because you're not going to get the best intel with the really broad keywords. So try and narrow it down as much as you can, but then not too narrow to where you box yourself into a corner. So you can do something like gratitude journal or teacher planner or wedding planner, etc. And that's assuming you're doing something digital. If you're doing handmade, you can do something like embroidered t-shirts or embroidered tote bags, things like that. So in this case, let's do something, let's see, I'll do coloring book for adults. Okay, and so you type in your search here and then click on, or you type in your keyword or key phrase and then click on search. It's going to take a few minutes, a couple of minutes to think about, but to pull in the data, and then you can start to analyze the data. So this is what it pulls in. So here is the keyword that you searched for, coloring book for adults. This 24 here tells you how many characters are in the phrase that you searched for. So I searched for coloring book for adults, and it's telling me there are 24 characters. What's the importance of this? Well, when you're putting in tags in Etsy, Etsy has a 20 character limit, so you're going to want to keep that in mind. So it doesn't mean that you can't use this phrase in your Etsy tags. You just might have to split them up, because you won't be able to use the entire phrase because it has 4 characters in addition, 4 extra characters that the box on Etsy will not take. Now this A is saying, and this is my understanding from having asked the support folks at Sales Samurai, that this potentially is a good keyword. So it's something worth, digging into and might be worth using. But again, you have to do more due diligence to really decide on that. To me, I still think it's kind of broad, but let's dig in some more. So it's saying it's a long tail keyword. Yes, it's a long tail. And if you want to favorite it so that you can come back to it, you can click on the heart here. So A means potentially it could be good. Now, Etsy search volume. This is how many searches it's getting on Etsy. And if that's trending up. So this is how many searches it's gotten on Etsy. So it's kind of popular. I mean, that's a good number for searches. So that means that there are people looking for this search term on Etsy. And the click-through rate tells you of all the people who search for it and are shown results for this search term, what percentage of them are actually clicking on a listing and going to look at that? And that's 5%, which it's kind of relative when you compare it to, so what I do is I compare it to similar keywords and see, if there are others that have a higher click-through rate that I might want to consider. And I'll show you that as we go along. Then the competition. When I see this exclamation mark in red, to me, it just signals, okay, there's a lot of competition here. So we might need to do some more refining of the keyword to get a good balance between a keyword that has good search volume, but also that has some room in the results where I feel like I can compete and still show up and get sales. So that's the competition. This is telling you how many listings are using this search term. So over 121,000. Now the Google search volume is 135,000. And the way I look at the results from Google is like this. One, I want to know that people are searching for that term out on Google, out in the, in the bigger search engines, because Etsy search results do show up in Google. So I want to make sure I'm using keywords that people are searching for on Google as well. Now, this Google CPC, that's cost per click, that's for advertisers, people who are paying to show for their products to show up on Google's pages when people type in this search term. So as an Etsy seller, unless you're going to be running Google ads, I don't really pay attention to this because personally, I don't run Google ads. And then when it says Google competition is high, that's referring to the advertisers. So it means there are lots of people/companies or brands who are paying for this keyword, which for you as someone selling a product that falls into that category is good. I say it's good for me if many advertisers are trying to buy that keyword. So that's that. It's not something that you as an Etsy seller are going to pay for unless you're running Google ads. And so then we scroll down some more, and then you see Etsy most trending and Google most trending. So here is where you can refine the keywords or the terms that you're looking for if you're just looking at what to create or how to niche down. So in this case, I'm going to look at what keywords people are searching for on Etsy that relate to what I am trying to create. So in this case, right away, this catches my eye. Bird coloring book for adults. So it's a coloring book for adults, which is what we looked for, but the niche is birds. And as you can see, it's getting a fairly high search volume, over 19,000. The main keyword the more general coloring book for adults, you can see is getting 27,000, which makes sense because there are all kinds of coloring books for adults. So that would be higher. But now we're talking about bird coloring books for adults. It's still over 19,000. So that's a good search volume. The click-through rate is 9.3, which is higher than what we had for coloring book for adults. So more people are clicking on this, which makes sense because people who come looking specifically for coloring book for adults are more likely to click on results that give them exactly what they're looking for. And what's even more exciting is the competition is 2,075. The lower, the better. So 2,075 is definitely much better than 121,000. This row here, just so you know, is the same as what's up here because this is the I did a filter. This is the main keyword we were looking for. And since I clicked on that, I'm just going to tell you what I did. You can actually sort by the headings. So I clicked here on keywords, so it resorted everything in the reverse order, starting with numbers. And so now it's showing us 70s coloring book, which is a fortunate mistake I made here because now we've even discovered an even better keyword potentially. So a coloring book that focuses on the 70s, see that search volume over 25,000. That's excellent. And the click-through rate is even higher than what we were looking at before. And check this out, the competition is under 1,000. So this could be a potentially really good niche book to create, a coloring book centered around the 70s and things related to the 70s. And you can just do a quick search on ChatGPT if you need ideas to come up with what kind of graphics can you create that are about the 70s and come into this highly searched keyword niche with high click-through rate or higher than the other two that we looked at, and much lower competition. Now, when it comes to the competition, it's all relative because we saw competition in the other one. The main keyword competition is over 121,000. That's really high. Then we saw the bird coloring book, and that the competition there was like 5,000. Or so. And now we're looking at 560. So what I like to do for myself is I say, okay, if these are individual listings, how many individual listings do I think I'm comfortable competing with? And of course, the lower, the better. Anything under 1,000 is great for me. And this is 560. So it's a good number in that there are enough people out there that are creating products in this niche to make it to let me know that that it's something worth making because other people are making it and putting in the effort to make it. That click-through rate is almost 15%, which is higher than the other two. And so yes, there is competition, but the competition is not as bad as the other two. It's not as stiff as the other two. So that's promising. Now, what I do in a situation like this is, say I'm going to hone in on this 70s coloring book. I'm going to see if anyone is searching for it out on Google, and that's on this Google most trending side. And I do see that it is getting searches, about 50 searches per month. Now, that's within on Google, that's at least one search a day, more than one search a day for this search term. And advertisers are actually paying for it. Now, it's not a very expensive keyword right now for advertisers, but there's still a lot of competition, which means a lot of brands are competing to pay at least 6 cents for this keyword. So it has commercial viability. It has some search out there in the in the bigger internet search engines. 50 per month is good enough for me. It's really high on Etsy, which tells me that people kind of know, well, I'm just going to go directly to Etsy and look for it. But people are starting their search off in Google. And so is this something that I would pursue? Yeah, I would consider making a set of graphics that are themed around the 70s and putting them together and selling them as digital downloads on Etsy. So hopefully that has given you an idea of how to do keyword research, just very simple keyword research using Sales Samurai. All right. Now, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and I will respond as soon as I can. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope it has helped to explain how to do this basic keyword research for you. And remember, as a beginner, you don't have to understand everything yet. Right now, just notice which keywords have decent search volume but lower competition. And if you want a step-by-step checklist on how to do this, I'm going to have one, and I will put it on my Substack, Learn with Ijoma, and the link is in the description. It will be a printable checklist, so you can download it, print it out, and just follow step by step, or watch this video and pause it as you need to. If this video has helped you to feel less scared about Sales Samurai, then please go ahead and like the video and subscribe for more beginner tech tutorials. If you haven't yet subscribed to Sales Samurai, like I said, the link will be in the description, and I will see you in the next video.